Right, we're here at Blakey World with my brother Kenny. How's it going, mate?
Hello.
So let's have a quick look. We're running the Caledonian sluice straight onto miner's moss with a riffle on top, with like a riffle bar, onto the dream mat. So we're going to call it Run the Gauntlet, and we're going to run this and see how we get on. If it goes really well, we're just going to run it all day then. We want to do it. We've done, how many buckets would you say, mate? Five, 6 buckets. Show whereabouts we are. Try to avoid stepping into the flow. Again, this is another little secret location. Absolutely stunning. Again, we have permission to be down here. The guy who owns it, really nice bloke, so we can come down and pan down here. So we've done a little hole by here. We're not digging the bank, don't worry, it's just a hole on the side. So as I always say, never dig the bank, just work our way along. So as I say, we're up here. And over the top of the hill there's a spot which actually has what they call it's a saddle, like a reef saddle, where the tectonic plates seem to push themselves up. And running along that great big saddle is about, I don't know, 80 to 100 feet of quartz. That's about 100 feet up on the top of this hill. So it's basically, the tectonic plates basically push itself up. So we've got a really nice little quartz vein running along there. So we kind of know where the source of the river for this area comes, through a couple of contributory rivers around here. So anyway, we're going to run this through, see how we get on with it. Let's see how it's clearing. It's looking really, really good. So if you haven't used a Caledonian sluice before, they're awesome. It's just a case of getting them set up right. It could be running a little bit faster, but it's still clearing. No rush. So I'll say we'll do a test pan after 5 buckets, see how we get on, and we'll be back in a bit. Welcome back to Blakey World. So I'm just looking up. Beautiful day, sun is shining. This is 2-3 days later since I was on the river. Last time you saw me, I was running the super sluice directly onto my ordinary sluice to check exactly how well the Caledonian actually works. Now, there's loads of myths and legends saying it's the ultimate of all sluices, you won't get any better, but I want to test that, because at the end of the day, I think you can't beat miner's moss, and I don't think you can beat a dream mat. So, as I say, we ran the super sluice onto my sluice, and let's see what the clean out's going to be. So obviously I'm not on the river today, but check this out. That's the view. You can't get much better than that, unless of course you're right by the river. So say, nice hot sunny day. So what I'm going to do, if we look down here, in the bucket down here with my trowel in, that is the cons that ran through the super sluice, and these are the cons that I basically ran through the, which then went straight onto my own sluice. So as I say, I'm going to test the ones that have got the my sluice first, see how much gold is actually blown out, if any. I'm kind of hoping. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm kind of hoping that my sluice is better, but let's have a quick look. So I was just going to do one pan. That should give us a bit of an indication. So I'm going to load this up. And as per usual, what I'll do a double pan. I'll pan it into a pan. So there's always a slight chance you're going to lose something, but do it with a double pan. Pretty much lose nothing. So let's just pan this out quickly. Wow, it's, what's it now, March. Temperature in the back of the garden must be pushing 18 degrees at least. It's beautiful. When I was at the river, I went back to have a quick look yesterday, and the river levels have dropped nicely. So there's certain spots I've been watching. This is another key thing to watch. When your rivers are high and when your rivers are raging, that's the perfect opportunity to go down and actually view how the river actually works. So if you see a really, really raging river, and you can see spots on that river where it's really slow, where you get little whirlpools, where it goes over a rock and then it drops really, really sort of slow water, that's where the gold's going to be. So even on days when you can't get a panning because the river's raging, that's the perfect time to go and check out where to go when the river drops. Because as I say, the gold's going to be there. But when your river's pretty much dry and there's very little happening, you won't see where it's been. You'll just be chomping and chewing away at bits of ground, and there's a good chance for any gold there. So do a bit of research. Right, let's jibber jabber, let's check this out. I just want to zoom in here, let's have a quick look. Yeah, I'm seeing nothing. That's a good sign. Well, it's a good sign for the super sluice anyway, not for my sluice. But no, I shouldn't say that, because at the end of the day, my sluice is amazing. I know it's amazing. But this is a great test to see how well it runs. What I might also do then is next time I go out, I'll do it the other way around. I'll run my sluice through the super sluice and see which one picks up the better gold. So say we'll do a secondary pan through just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. But judging by that, there was very, very little black sand in there. So I'm kind of thinking that, yeah, there's not much going to be in there. Let's have a look. There we go. Oh, the sun hit that then. I thought there was a little picker. Let's have a look. Yeah, so little black sand. Almost zero black sand. And I can tell straight away. You don't need to back pan this. I can look and I can see nothing. That's the beauty of panning on a nice sunny day. It picks the gold up straight away, so you know from a quick glance. Right, so onto the super sluice. Right, so what we're going to do, take some of the cons we've got from here. As I said, this was run at the new location. I know there's gold there. I don't know how amazing the gold is. I've been there, I think, twice now. Both times I've been, I found a few bits and pieces. But as I say, we've dug a bit deeper this time. We've gone a bit closer to the bedrock, and I'm kind of hoping that, yeah, the super sluice is what the super sluice says it is. Because if it is, I'm going to go and buy one. Right, let's have a look. Right, let's zoom in here, please. Gold appears. Well, the gold's there already, I can see it. Right, let's back pan this. One piece there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to suck it up as we're going along. So there's one piece there. Oh, there's gold everywhere. You can see it. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, loads. This should be interesting. Wowzers. Let's try and keep it up to the top. There's so much black sand. The black sand's so heavy. Makes back panning a little bit more difficult, but it's also a good sign. More black gold, more likely there is to be. Wow, there's a lot of gold there. Problem is when you touch the gold, you've got oil on your finger, so the gold tends to float randomly, as you've just seen there. This is where you use rinse aid. I made a bit pig's ear of that now. We've seen the gold, a bit of it's floating, but we'll get back to that in a second. But look at that, there we go. So I can see there, I've sucked 2 up. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 drop down there. 10, 11 pieces. 11 pieces of gold. I'm not going to bother back panning that on video because I'll take up loads of time. But as you can see, 11 pieces of gold in there, and that's from one shovel. No gold in there. I've pretty much gone through most of the cons through my sluice running, well, the super sluice running onto my sluice. So what that tells me is it definitely works. The Caledonian sluice looks pretty epic. So what I'll do is I'll do the opposite way around. I'll run my sluice through the super sluice and I'll do a video on that as well. In a bit I'll come back to you and I'll show you exactly what I've got out of all these cons so you can see exactly how well it's worked. I'll do my usual reveal. But for now, catch you later. Right, on to the big reveal. Right, I've gone through all the cons, and yeah, result was really, really good. Considering we didn't run an absolute ton through there. But anyway, come and check it out. We'll do our usual reveal. Right, goes the exciting part. Amazing, that is so good. Look at that. You've got to have, let's just put a bit of water in there. 1 second. There's always a bit of gold left back in there. Right, let's have a quick look in the sun. So I can just back pound that a bit. Try to get some of this black sand out of the way. There you go. A few bits in the bottom there, but there's got to be, I'd say, 60, 70 colours there. There's some nice little pieces there. So cool. So basically, as I say, the method works. Judging by that, the super sluice, the Caledonian super sluice, absolutely amazing. Highly recommend getting one. That's my next purchase. So my next video will be my super sluice on the water. Checking out another new spot that I've worked out. Absolutely cracking little spot. Again in Cornwall. Secret, can't tell you where it is. But again, we'll be letting you guys know soon about the Gold Club, which we're still working on, and will be launched in the next couple of months. Hopefully ready for summer. So anybody who's coming down to Cornwall, you want to come down and pound with us, then I'll give you some more information about the Gold Club. But for now, don't forget, subscribe, like the page, share, and ring the bell, and we'll catch you next time on Blakey World.